You are listening to episode 40 of the Underhook Show. My name is Steve, as always, alongside my co-host Chris. Chris, how you doing on this Wednesday evening?
Doing good, man. Weather's good. I'm feeling good. Ready to talk wrestling with you as always.
Yeah, no, it definitely has been warmer, and we got a double dose of AEW to talk about tonight, coming off of the Grand Slam Australia show, as well as the most recent edition of Wednesday Night Dynamite. As always, before we get into the weekly television discussion, have you been watching anything else around the world?
Other than AEW, currently not right now. What about you, bud?
Yeah, I did not get to as much as I would have hoped. I'm in my watch list. I'm very much stuck on January, like mid to late January. And I keep saying one of these weekends I'll binge through it. Hopefully it'll be this one. That remains to be seen. Other than that, it's just been a bunch of 95 ECW house shows, which has been a very mixed bag because they're running a lot of the same matches. And some nights they clearly take it easier than others, which understandable. But not too much to report. I guess in current news, though, I've seen a lot of people losing their minds over the news that CMLL did away with Captain's Fall matches, which I get because it's very much to cater to international audiences. And Lucha Blog reported today that was entirely their call. This wasn't a AEW ruins things scenario. But Captain's Fall
you asked the internet. It's a different story.
Yes. So I was waiting for more information to come out. That's why, like, at Lucha Blog, I mean, like the guy on the English side of things to get your information from. So shout out Lucha Blog for clearing the air on that. Which, I mean, it's a shame because I think the Captain's Fall, it was cool because it's like a hybrid elimination style where, like, if you pin someone who's not the captain, they have to sit out the fall. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, like, I always thought those matches were cool. It's a shame, again, that they're changing that, but I've kind of had my head in the sand on it because there was just, like, some nasty discourse over the last week about shit that I really don't care about. Like, the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards and, like, if Seth Rollins is a good wrestler or not, and I'm just like, I've done this enough. I do not want anything to do with this anymore. So
and that's wrestling is subjective. So I mean, like, who's a good wrestler to one person might not be the good wrestler to the other person.
Yeah, I get you. But outside of that, before we went on the air, you were talking about a event you're attending that has announced its card.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this expo show.
March 27th and 28th in Indianapolis is the Squared Circle Expo, and they just announced the Squared Circle City event that me and my buddy are going to. And I just wanted to run down the little card real quick. Got some names on here you might know. We got Heath Slater going up against, I don't know this name, Savion. Not trying to butcher that. Savion, maybe? Not sure.
Can't say I'm familiar.
Yeah, this is a mixture of a bunch of indie talent plus like current talent plus some legends, so it's pretty awesome. The next match they announced is a tag match of Nate Webb and Enzo Amore.
Yep. Jesus.
Against Sergeant Ledbetter and Tim Lutz. Don't know any of them, unfortunately.
Well, you're getting Teenage Dirtbag, so
I can't wait for that. And an Enzo promo at the very least. I have this Allie from like the Bunny. Oh hell yeah! Okay, cool. The next man is a 8-person tag match of Alex Gunn, Allie, formerly the Bunny of AEW, Hooks and Shauna Reed versus Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers.
Holy shit!
Badass.
I did not realize they were still active.
And the Hex of Allison Kay and Marty Bell. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, a couple names in there I'm familiar with. It's cool to see that the Bunny's still wrestling.
Yeah, she came
despite
back.
Her deal. Yeah, I know she was in retirement for a little bit.
Yeah, she came back at that mystery wrestling thing that Evil Uno runs, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that checks out.
There's a lot of multi-man person matches on this card. Anyway, the next is a tag match again. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz versus Dalton McKenzie and Lord Crew. All right.
I mean, I can't say I know the other team, but dude, you get to see Eddie Kingston.
I get to see Uncle Eddie, you know?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
And Puppet. I don't know any. I know that person. The tag match for the Squared Circle tag titles. They have belts. That's awesome. That's news to me. The champions are the newest Rockers of Al Snow and Cal Hero. versus Aaron Stevens and Carson Drake. Is Aaron Stevens? What's his name? Yeah, Damian Sandow. All right, we're getting there. Damian Sandow and Carson Drake versus Danny Math and Sean Donovan versus Alex Taylor and Jeremiah Plunkett. Dan Math is like a legend, ain't he? He's like,
I feel like he's been around for a while,
I
yeah.
think he used to wrestle in like Ring of Honor back in the day.
That sounds about right.
The next match is for the women's title. We have Freya the Slayer versus Shotzi Blackheart versus Ari Alexander versus Jazzy Yang. I'm coming out of here with some new. I guarantee I'm gonna make some new favorites out of these people I'm naming off. So I'm gonna withhold judgment until I see them. The next is for their, I guess this would be like their Intercontinental belt. It's called their Prime title. Champion is Brian Myers against Crazy Steve, Prima Donnie, and Taka Michinoku.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's the blunt rotation match of the night right there.
This match right here sold me. So I was good.
Taka's wrestling on this?
Hey,
this is that's insane.
Sold, all right? The next match might be my bathroom match. It's Matt Riddle versus Jack Vaughn. Yeah, two people I could care less about, and if I'm being 100% honest.
That is unfortunate.
After that, we got Killer Cross versus Ben Bishop, so that's pretty sweet. And the main event is Jake Omen versus Bandito.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I'm seeing some positivity here. There's one match I can get left off, but I'm going to the bathroom during that one.
Yeah, there you go. I'm scrolling through the Instagram right now. There's a lot of cool names on here to go meet. I'm just going to take a wild guess that the Sin Cara is the second Sin Cara and not Mystico.
I'm going for yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they would make that distinction.
It's probably Evil Sin Cara. What's his name? Penico or whatever. Or it was the Evil Sin Cara.
Bro, Adam Bomb's on here?
Yeah, dude, this gonna be bad.
I might tell Mill about this.
Yo, man, we'll talk off here.
I don't know if we can get off that soon. But just for the opportunity. We always, in joke in the house is just screaming Adam Bomb's going to win the Royal Rumble. Because it's still one of the most ridiculous commentary calls ever. Dude, Greg the Hammer, too? Saturday only.
Yeah, I guess Willow's going to be there Friday only. Like Willow, Harley, Orange Cassidy.
I'll just say this, too, because I keep missing him when he's here. You should go
Tommaso Ciampa at C2E2, by the way.
Mystico's going to be at C2E2.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's Ciampa. And I was like, man, why are they going to be the same weekend?
Oh, it is the same weekend. C2E2 has some really cool wrestling appearances on there. I want to say Pro Wrestling Tees was advertising them.
You mean the Good Brothers? Is that who you're excited?
Yeah, dude. I gotta meet the big LG, you know?
I would meet Machine Gun, that's it.
Oh, Raw Dog's on there, Mystico's on there, Hechicera as well. Yeah, Marina too. I'd probably be scared of Marina, low key. Nah, she seems really cool, but she's very intimidating in the ring. But that being said, this sounds like a cool weekend, man. I keep missing Mick Foley whenever he's like in Hobart, so I feel like if he does another Hobart appearance, I should go see him. Just
I'm down. I missed him both times he was here too. I got to meet him one time, but
yeah, especially because I think he hasn't announced that he's slowing down, but I know he's like dealing with a bunch of shit physically. So Mick Foley, hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, bang bang. I'm watching him doing all kinds of wild shit in the Cactus Jack Sandman feud. But
I just finished the Deadlock episode where he debuted in TNA.
Oh my goodness. All right, All Elite Wrestling though. Interesting week, to say the least. We got some things we wanted. I think we also could say we got some things we didn't. We can get right into it with Grand Slam Australia. This coming from Saturday night, early Saturday morning here in the States, which was taped and aired. I just watched this one aired because I didn't have anything going on Saturday. And I was just like, better to watch this now than to put it on later in the night and fall asleep.
Like I did.
Yeah, and you did. So I totally get that, though, because 2.5 hour time slot, it's a tricky one, you know?
It worked. It was good for me. I got home just in time, but I was dead tired already. But there was some things on this card that could have not been on this card.
Yeah, we can get into it, though. Starting with Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW Continental title. Time limit draw, 20 minutes. I was very surprised at how I felt about this match because I didn't like this match.
It was very like not paced well. Very, I don't know. They dragged it out. Ending was horrible to me.
Yes, I did not like the ending at all. You can tell, like, I feel like these two are better at maybe Moxley more so than Takeshita, because I also feel like Takeshita in high profile matches, he tends to go long anyways. That's just kind of, his style. It's very strange, though, in a Moxley match when they're telegraphing that they are going long. And this was one of those results that really made this feel more like a house show. I want to preface this, though. I've been a very big fan of their matches, of these two having matches together. I love their Rampage matches in 2022. Really love their Double or Nothing match in 2024. And their Continental Classic match was pretty good, too, if it was just more straight up bomb fest. This felt like a worse version of their match from last year.
Yeah, I didn't care for this match at all. And like I said, the ending where I will say I like the audible Mox call to at least get the crowd to get into it. But nah, I did not care for this.
My issue with that is, like, when you know they're going to a time limit draw, I feel like it really diminishes when you're just shoehorning one counts in there in the last minute. Especially when you're doing all kind of crazy shit at the beginning. Like, that dive was scary. I'll say that.
Where the one on the ramp?
The tope where he just, like, ate shit into the barricade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, feel like that didn't make sense when you're stacking the deck like that late into the match compared to the legitimately dangerous stuff they're doing early in the match. I don't know. An odd miss from both of these two. I'm not writing them off. I think, as we'll get into in TV, when the pay-per-view match is announced, I think we could say a whole lot more. But that's clearly off the time limit draw and off of tonight. That's the direction we're going. Another match that I just did not enjoy, and I have reasons to explain, between the result and the style of match, did not enjoy Babes of Wrath successfully defending against Megabad in 11:06.
This was 1,000% a collision match. I'll tell you that. Sorry, let me rephrase that. This was 1,000% a taped collision match. The first two matches took me out of this. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the booking of this at all.
I did not like this match layout at all.
Yeah, it felt clunky. You should have put the belts on Megabad, but
Yeah, I thought them winning was like a foregone conclusion, and I didn't get the surprise of like, oh, like Babes of Wrath defended, because there's such a easy dynamic here with Babes of Wrath. Get the heat on Harley, get Willow in for the hot tag. Feels like they burned that in like the first 2 minutes, and then they went full Reseda with this thing, and I just don't know if these are the four wrestlers that should be doing that kind of match.
Not at all. Play your strengths, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You could have either one. You could have, like you said, easy dynamic. Release the smaller face, beat her down, build the hot tag, boom, boom, boom. But you didn't do that. It was just weird. I don't know.
No, and that's not to say Harley can't have her moments and she can't have her spots. Like, don't get me wrong, but when it's just go, go, go for the whole 11 minutes or whatever, and it's just, we're coming off of them having a good TV match days before this. It just felt very weird to me, and we didn't really get a resolution out of this, because then they went back to the TNT title tonight, even though I'll just say this, spoilers, I thought they did a better job of the car crash match with the four-way than in this tag match.
It was more entertaining there, but
yes,
still a weird booking decision. Not in the ending, but in the matches.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought the result was strange too, because it just felt like, yeah, I think it's their time. I think Willow needs to get the focus back on her. I think Harley Cameron's a good utility player. You could do whatever you want with her. And they just didn't, which I also get, given her the win in her home country. But
and like, you can use it, and then, well, you probably will later on. I think the end game is putting that belt on Megan Bayne. Like, that's like
one of these belts, I feel like, has to.
And I think you're gonna use Harley. Megan's gonna destroy Harley to get to the win. You know what I'm saying? One of those, but
Sure.
You're doing.
Yeah, I'll have more to say on Megan Bayne when we get to TV. Moving on, Hangman Page defeating Andrade El Idolo in 16:30. Now we're getting back on track here. I had a lot of fun with this.
This match, but we knew nothing. I knew it wasn't going to be anything short of awesome. or at least good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the floor here between these two, I would say, is pretty high, and I think this is just a good matchup stylistically because they both have that. Even though obviously Andrade has a lucha background, Hangman does not. Both in that sort of sweet spot of they can do the power stuff, but they're also very athletic in the air. It's very much an AEW pilled match with that notion, and yeah, they did a bunch of cool, hard hitting shit, and that's exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Badass. And obviously, we knew we were going to win this one. Well, my pick was Andrade, I think, right? I think.
You might have called the upset, but I think I was more of a hopeful surprise. Don't really know what's going on with Andrade right now.
We find out. We find out.
They alluded to something, but the match was announced, and it's not what we thought.
Yeah, somebody else.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say this is definitely, if you didn't see the show, this is definitely worth going out of your way for. How'd you feel about the selfie spot? Because I'm not like mad at it, but I thought maybe too soon.
Yeah, it happened like really quick in the match, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like right in the beginning.
Yeah, which
I don't know. I hope they don't. I don't want them to overdo it. I think they should do it like every once in a while, not like all the time. And that's there's a payout to it. That's you got
yeah,
something, you know. But
sure.
I'm not mad about it. Like,
We can keep moving though. We went with a chalk pick of who was getting their head shaved, and we got it right. Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm defeating Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta. 11 minutes 27 seconds. I thought this was a lot of fun, a lot of the good kind of bullshit. You know what I mean?
it's a good break from the monotony of what.
Yeah.
Because after this, things change a little bit.
Oh yeah. But despite my gut feeling telling me it would have been one of the ladies, because I feel like both of these two would like be fully committed to that. No, it was the predictable thing, and I will say I've said it once on the show. I said it again. Predictable doesn't always mean bad, especially when now they're milking it. Yuta rocked the skullet in the building. We don't really know what he looks like now. Again, I'll stick a pin in that for when we get to TV. But this was a just fun, wild brawl. I think AEW has leaned into the intergender stuff in a palatable way. Like, this is not a lot of stuff you'd see on the indies, but they're doing it in a way to where it doesn't come off as too jarring, especially to maybe a crowd that isn't used to that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so well done by them.
Yeah, it's solid. I didn't mind it. Good entertaining match. Funny. And then Mox being the one to come out and be like, hey man.
Yeah, you gotta commit. You wagered it. But what are they saying in Violent People? The apuesta respecter, John Moxley. Shout out Violent People. Now, my opinion, match of the night. I don't know about you.
Absolutely.
And again, we knew this was going to be really good. We were just kind of frustrated with the booking as far as the title scene.
We didn't need 6 matches to get here.
No. Kyle Fletcher defeating Mark Briscoe to make his successful defense of his second TNT title reign. 16 minutes flat in the ladder match. Good Lord, Mark Briscoe. Take as much time off as you need after this one, big dog. My God, did he bump like a maniac in this match.
I'm about to take a few days off, guys, a few weeks off. So I'm gonna do the craziest shit possible. I'm gonna take a brain buster on top of the ladder.
And you know what's crazy to me? I still might think the bump off the ladder into the ropes might have been worse.
Oh, probably.
Because you're hitting steel cables off a ladder and getting flung to the floor. My goodness. Yeah, this was all gas, no brakes, obviously. I think the brainbuster should have been the finish, though.
Yeah, there were too many falls. Like, not too many of this one, but like, that part kind of was like, oh man, you just killed it. But
yeah, they wanted the camera angle of him laying down in front of the ladder. I get that, but like, for how fucking awesome that brainbuster looked, like in a different era, that's something they're putting in like every video package for the company. That is not these times. Another thing,
I might rewatch this match again tomorrow when I'm chilling.
Ton of fun, man. If you just want like over the top violence in your wrestling that isn't like deathmatch adjacent. I mean, Briscoe got good color here. He just took a bunch of fucked up bump. Both of them did, to be fair. I just think, like, when I think of this match, I think of the brainbuster. I think of Briscoe getting thrown off the ladder into the ropes. And I think of that lawn dart, which in real time looked so dangerous.
Yeah.
But if you watch the replay, Briscoe did like the perfect sleight of hand to protect himself. And just like, that's a pro right there. Because it looked so gross on that first impact and how they shot it. Everybody was on their game with this one. And again, we shouldn't have expected anything less, but it's just 7 matches in a year and a half is a lot.
So I said it was a lot, but goddamn, this was the best payoff possible.
Yeah.
Cause,
Yeah. Really fun match.
And it didn't go long either.
No, this is about like all you needed out of it. Really fun match. All I would say, if you go out of your way for anything on this show, this is definitely the one. Heading into the main event, when we previewed this show, you and I are just wishing for Brody King to look strong in defeat, and I thought he did. I actually thought that they did a good job with this match.
It wasn't bad, and the promo cut afterwards, they're not done with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they're not going to just run away with it.
Yeah, I think I'm always holding my breath with MJF main events, and it's not to shit on the guy, but it's like just so many times it becomes all about him, how him proving to people that he's a good wrestler, how he could do all this shit. This just felt way more dialed in to serve the match, and maybe that's when we say, hey, this felt like a house show. Sometimes on these smaller, quote unquote smaller shows, wrestlers are more inclined to do that. And I thought MJF played off of Brody King's strengths way better than I expected him to. I thought he stooged his ass off well. Obviously made the choke spot look great. Like the hangman spot over the ropes.
Darby spot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Darby spot. It got to the finish in a way that I was cool with. So, yeah, fair play, Max. You got me this time.
Good. Someday our dog gonna get what's his.
Yeah, and I think the ending of this show and what we got tonight reinforces that he's still going to be a player in some capacity. I really think if you free up one of those belts from the Don Callis family, either Okada's or Fletcher's, like AEW can have a very, very strong upper mid card if they book it correctly.
Oh yeah. They could also have a strong women's division if they book it correctly too.
Yeah, this still needs some housekeeping though.
The thing they need to do is kind of go thin the herd a little bit on this roster. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I think you have too many people.
I mean, they've had too many people for a while.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta, because I think it's not. I personally think okay, they have too many people. They're trying to figure out what to do. I don't know. They got to figure it out though, because
I really think it's all in the application though, because it's like clearly they're in this rhythm where people are taking time off, people are hurt, whatever, and for example, I don't think Bandito's wrestled on AEW TV since he lost to MJF, right? Okay, that's fine, and he's Ring of Honor champion, but he's not like an AEW champion. But then if you look on the flip side, I don't think Okada's really done all that much on TV this year. And we're a month in. Why is he holding a belt then? So, stuff like that. This TV show, I didn't think it was the best episode of Dynamite. However, there's some clear housekeeping bits in place that I'm pretty excited about if they stick the landing. Because, for example, heading into the Australia show, I'm like, oh, cool, Mega Bad against these tag belts. We're going to free up Willow, and that didn't happen. So it is all about execution, as it tends to be with wrestling. But I'll elaborate on those as we run down the show. But if you want to get right into it, I'm ready if you are.
Oh, my brother.
Right. So we get Saturday night main event style promos to open the show, which I'm never going to complain about that. That's always a nice bit of nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. I always I love when Collision used to do it every week.
Yeah. Yeah, that also felt like very much like a Punk thing. But regardless, after Roddy turned heel, Orange Cassidy needs a new tag team partner, and it ends up being Tomohiro Ishii flew out with New Japan Cup around the corner. Maybe I didn't see if he's in. I think he's in the tournament, but it doesn't start till a week and some change. So he's got some downtime.
When's that show in the U.S.? Isn't that coming up?
It might be because I believe it's. Let's take a look. New Beginning.
That's why I thought he was there, because it's in California.
Why did I think it was in Boston?
Is it? I thought it was in Cali.
Let's go on the good old NJPW.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I thought it was in Cali. But I could be wrong. I really follow New Japan like that.
Cure Insurance Arena in Long Beach. Man, I'm an asshole. I thought it was Boston.
Hey, I actually saw something else right.
Oh my goodness, and he's wrestling Bolton Oleg. What's happening into
Yeah, I
that?
gotta lock into that one. Those are going to be two meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah, this card's actually kind of cool.
This one's Andrade going for the belt, right?
Andrade Suji, sure he's wrestling Athena, and Ishii Oleg should be cool. Fred Ross or David Finlay might actually not be bad either.
I thought they were going to be done.
Me too. Shows how much I know. But yeah, that is next Friday. So a week and some change. So there'll be that, then New Japan Cup, which the bracket's out. Hoping my guy Yuya gets it, but I don't ever know if they'll, like, I'll believe it when I see it when they commit to Yuya Uemura.
Is that the Sun?
Heat Storm.
Heat Storm, that guy. Yep.
Yeah, dude, he's so awesome. But we're talking about AEW right now. Opening match, Jon Moxley in an eliminator match against Dunkzilla, Mark Davis. Still giving him stuff to do, man. So they're not giving up on him.
Yeah, I love it. And this match fucking ruled to me.
This is my match of the night. Straight up.
Yo, low key, I put in my notes. I put the match of the night question mark. That was my first note of the night, and I don't think it changed.
Because I mean, you see these two on paper, you're like, all right, yeah, they're gonna beat ass. But really interesting layout here with not only the handwork but the hand blood.
Yeah, that part. That's all. Like I've never seen stuff like I probably have, but like it's unique. I said, damn.
It's out of the Chris Hero playbook.
And then I love where Mark Davis got over here, but that running clothesline he did to Mox when Mox is in a seated position in the corner, badass.
Very cool take because typically you're thinking like cannonball there.
Runs at you with a fist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. They hit a nice stride here of where it's like obviously there's going to be targeting of the injured hand, and then obviously these two are going to slug it out because they're both ass kickers. But it just seems like I was talking to my brother over this match, and every time I was like, wait, every couple of minutes I was like, hang on. Like they kept doing cool shit. The gut wrench sit out pile driver. What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Man, I'm telling you, man. You guys just said, hey, you guys have, I don't know how long this match went, but just go out there and beat your asses, and that's it.
Let's see. It didn't feel too long. I'd say ballpark 15 minutes.
I was saying probably
13:58. So yep. Okay, so right in the middle. Yeah, dude, ton of fun, especially when you not box it in, but you keep it grounded. Where there's that clear weakness of Moxley's opponent to bring him down to size, literally, and then like that reverse into the stomp. I feel like with lesser wrestlers that would look very contrived, but they made it look right.
And then I'm gonna go back and watch it again, but there's probably some stuff that I missed. I just remember I didn't see who won. I know how they won. I didn't see that. I know Mox. Yeah, I didn't.
He made him tap.
Okay, I didn't see Mox win because my kid needed me real quick. But yeah, I need to go back and watch that. But I came back when he.
Right. He did. Yeah, he did the bulldog choke. I can't remember off the top of my head if there was some leverage with the arm. I feel like there was. Like I feel like they tried to incorporate that into his hold, but don't quote me on that entirely. Yeah, definitely. Look, one Moxley match this year I didn't like, and then he bounces back like this.
He hurt me. He listened to it.
Yeah, I mean that has more to do with the layout than the wrestlers in it, but still, that's the ace. That's a bounce back. We're back. We're back on my agenda.
We're cooking again.
Yep. Then after that, it was the two pre-tapes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because when I came back, it was the Hangman.
Or just the Hangman one. We got the Brody one later. Yeah, it was the Hangman one from last week, which we'll save our thoughts on that till their segment at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we'll lump it all in together.
Yeah. I got up to grab a drink during the FTR promo, but by the time I got back, Stokely was calling people domestic terrorists, which is crazy.
Yeah. So what's crazy for me was my HBO Max glitched right before the super kick. So I see the Young Bucks preparing for the super kick, and then they glitched, and the next thing I know, Stokes on the ground. So I didn't even get to see the payout.
Yeah, which, I mean, kicking him out of the chair, I think it's leaning into more of our theory that he's going to stand up out of it during the match, but we'll see what happens. I still want to see if they step this up, what they're doing with the world title, and now I'm starting to think they might not.
I can't wait till we get to that.
Yeah.
Boy, I can't wait till we get to that. I'm licking my chops.
Yeah. Then we get the Brody King pre-tape, which was very important because he's telling us that this wasn't one and done. Like, next week he's going to start racking his wins up again to get another shot. Who he's wrestling is unclear right now, but I'm just glad that he's, still in the mix.
Me too, because I always get worried when shit like that happens. But
yeah, because AEW has been very guilty of, you got your match, all right, we'll see you in 6 months.
let's play the guessing game. He said he wants to call the baddest guy out, and next week, what do you think's gonna answer? I have my choice. I have my guess.
Who is a bad man in AEW right now?
And I guarantee you, if you think about it, you'll probably pick the same one I'm thinking about.
I feel like it'd be somebody from the Don Callis family, but they're kind of tied up at the moment. Who's like unaffiliated? Who do you got? I genuinely have no idea.
I got Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, because I mean we got to see what they're doing with him now. Almost wondering if he's not going to be more of a Collision guy, because he's been on. I mean, that was a show he was on a ton when he debuted. I think we'll have more clarity on that over the next couple of days. But that's not a bad shout, and those are two guys they're featuring a ton right now. So
another theory: Bobby Lashley's healthy. He's from Colorado. That's my other theory.
Don't know if you have Brody King lose though on that call out.
That's what I'm saying. So
and Lashley ain't losing when he comes back. So
those are my two guesses.
All right, I know he's probably going to be. I think he's got a match on Collision. I would assume, but. Safe pick, tough guy, who can lose. Lance Archer with the swag.
With us.
Lance Archer, Brody King. Lock it in. Yep. Moving on to the TNT title 4-way, TBS title 4-way, which was announced, I believe, either last night or this morning. Willow defending against Marina Shafir, Megan Bayne, Mina Shirakawa. I was convinced Mina was taking the fall. That's exactly what happened. However, I liked how they got there.
Yeah, not bad. Good match.
Yeah, I think it took a little bit to get going. There were some awkward spots in the beginning. Marina's got to cut it out with the 619 into that driver, though.
It doesn't. It worked one time.
There's just not enough. Your momentum's going one way, then you're pulling back the other way. It's just a little too awkward. Maybe better in idea than in execution. But somewhere halfway through the match, they just went beast mode and started doing all kind of wild shit. And I think for how critical we've been of AEW kind of lumping the women into these 4-ways, this one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it. This is a good party match right here.
Yeah.
You gotta have one per night or one per week. And if it's ours, I'll take it. If it gets, honestly, these 4 women on my TV, I'll watch it. And I just really hope that they do something with Megan Bayne.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we're a year into her signing, and they toyed with her in the world title scene. Maybe they thought it was too soon. They teased her in winning the tag belts. Maybe she was intended to. They didn't do that. It feels like she needs something. I don't think it's time for Willow to lose yet, because she hasn't had much of a reign at all. This is only her second defense. So, jury's out on that. However, I thought she was really good in this match. The way she chucked Mina out of the ring, and that both Willow and Marina were prepared to catch her, looked great. That sleeper suplex off from the top rope.
The spine buster that Willow gave Megan, and Megan was the only one to jump for it.
Yeah.
I said, how was she able to toss up Megan Bayne, who's like 6'1", but then Mina comes in and Willow, I was like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, Marina bouncing off the table in the timekeeper's area looked nasty too. Like, all kind of cool car crash stuff in this one. And I liked the finish. Thought it was I saw Mina up for the figure 4, and I'm like, this is probably something's gonna happen here. Just the way Willow wrapped her up for the pin, I really liked.
Oh yeah, the quick little roll up, get out there, survive.
Yeah, especially because, Willow cuts the promo before the match. Typical sympathetic babyface style, just going, hey, like, I don't have to get pinned to lose this. And then pulls it off. So, yeah, I thought this was a fun TV match.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Before the top of the hour promo, Skypoint to former TV director Kerwin, was it Silfies?
Yeah, they like selfies, yeah. I mean, shout out to AEW, paying respect, not being.
Yeah, yeah, it was rough seeing Danielson break like that.
Was he still working there? Do you know? Or was it, oh, it's former. Never mind. Carry
Yeah,
on.
but the way that both Schiavone and Danielson spoke of him,
Been good people, we know.
yeah, and I can't imagine producing or directing wrestling television being very easy. So, Skypoint to anybody affected by the loss. So now we get into this top of the hour thing, and boy, we got a lot to talk about with this.
Yes, we do. We got Hangman Cody Page here.
So first of all, before we get into the muck and the mire of how messy the stipulation game is becoming, I didn't think this was a bad promo, and I was very, very apprehensive. I really thought MJF was going to mention Marty to a degree. He did not. He kept it on screen, and I didn't necessarily hate a lot of what he was saying, and I didn't hate a lot of what Hangman was saying either. Like, I thought the what they were building off of were just like, yo, I hate you, but Hangman goes, I hate you because you're like me. I'm like, yeah, I could rock with this, However, I'm not saying I hate the idea of stepping this up, because this is their third match in a year by design. I think someone said tomorrow is a year ago where they had their first kind of promo together on Dynamite in the ring to build to their match last year. So this is, as I always say, Tony Khan loves these booking parallels. I don't think... So what are they doing here? So is MJF picking the stipulation, or is it if he agrees to Hangman's terms, Hangman gets to pick?
I think he said that... so he said that if you pick the stipulation, I'll never... Or if you let me pick the stipulation, or whatever he said, I'll never challenge for the belt again. And from what I gathered, that...
So we're doing a Texas death match.
For Texas.
All right, let's unpack this. I think this is the wrong opponent, but more importantly, the wrong time for this. Forget the Cody clause, we'll call it. For how, Mox, Hangman, Texas Death, both of them, but specifically the last one. For how important of a match that is in, AEW canon, I think it's too soon to do one of these.
In 7 months.
Yeah, hasn't even been a year. And I know they usually do 1 or 2 a year. Usually get one random one on TV. Shit, remember Matt Taven, Orange Cassidy, Texas Death? That was a lot of fun, but point being...
Yeah, I saw Matt Taven wrestling at a grocery store. Sorry.
Is he just, not with the company anymore? Skypoint?
I think he got released.
Skypoint the Kingdom? But regardless, my issue here, how, Jon Moxley put in this all-time performance as a heel in that Texas Death match. Legitimately one of the best individual performances I think I've seen in AEW. Not saying Hangman wasn't good in that match, but, so much of that match had to go through the heel for it to work as well as it did. Those are giant shoes to fill for MJF, who is not typically a deathmatch guy. So you take that in consideration. I hate this Cody thing that they're doing.
I hate this Cody thing, period.
What do you do?
So...
He has to lose now, right?
Oh, yeah, he has to lose. The only thing... So, I wrote this down. There's 2 scenarios that I think is possible, but stupid. First scenario, you're not going to do because you just had MJF win the belt. You're not going to hot shot it back to Adam for the Hangman, especially now. So my first thought process was, if you do that, then definitely Hangman and Kenny's winning that belt one more time before he retires. But now with what happens tonight, that kind of maybe throws a wrench in that. But you could do a triple threat with Hangman, Swerve, Kenny. Kind of makes more sense there. But like I said, you don't take the belt off MJF too soon. And then the only other option is Hangman loses. But how do you do that? Because then you can't turn him heel. You can't turn Hangman heel and be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm still going after this belt anyway.
Something has to happen. There has to be a giant angle. MJF isn't winning this clean. Which you don't have to in a Texas Death match. I mean, Swerve didn't beat Hangman necessarily clean. They had what were those guys' names? For some reason, I was thinking Sledge or whatever. It was Brian Cage who ran in during their Texas Death Match. Brian Cage put him through the table, and then Swerve did the choke spot over the ring post. I mean, Swerve's heel now. I feel like that's where he inserts himself in. I just feel like you can't attach that to Hangman unless you're setting him up to turn heel. But Swerve just turned heel.
Yeah.
And I feel like if Hangman's not in the world title scene come All In, they're gonna run Swerve Hangman at Wembley, because that's kind of I feel like the only thing that those two have left to do at this point is the stadium match. We've done Lights Out, we've done the tag team stuff, which clearly didn't work.
The
We've done the death match. Yeah, we've done the death match.
There.
Yeah. Cinder block, dude.
Cinder block? No, the syringes.
Yeah, syringe. They did the cop killer on the cinder block. Oh, we're gonna get to that too. But this is just, I don't know what the hell they're doing. And maybe it's a matter of give it time, and because I mean we still have 3-ish weeks.
Yeah.
15 days from next Saturday, Sunday. I mean it's not like we have to call it whatever, but I don't know, because AEW's never been a promotion to hotshot the world title. Like, they've only done it in like when it was Punk's injured, we need a champion, put it back on Moxley. And they did that, twice.
And so I just read, it says that he said let him pick the stipulation, and if he lets him pick the stipulation, that if he loses, he'll give up the title, or he won't do the title. So Max didn't say yes yet. See what I'm saying? Because it even says here, I'm reading the thing where what happened tonight. It says Paige told him to go ahead and take your time, because I know my answer or my stipulation is going to be Texas Death. But Hangman or MJF never gave him an answer.
So he's gonna find a way to weasel out of it. Okay, which regardless of the booking, I don't know. Hangman obviously could hold his own. Maxwell, we've really only seen him in that kind of scenario against Briscoe with the tax match, which was a lot of fun. But that whole match relied on MJF stooging like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the Punk dog collar match, which I feel like that was very much Punk driving the boat, so to speak.
Speaking of, they put the AFI song into WWE.
And I saw that they're doing, like they said, for 2003 Punk. Do you think it's because they own the FIP library?
Probably.
Who's there that they could do in the showcase mode?
At that part, I don't even know.
I have to look through his FIP catalog for that.
I'm low-key stoked for this, though.
Yeah, and I think they're doing the Houston match with Cena to get around showing Vince in Money in the Bank.
Makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense. I'm excited for that. I'm probably, I don't know if I'll get it day of, because they usually do the game around Mania.
Yeah.
PlayStation Network Spring Sale is like a month later.
But my buddy gets it with Game Share, so he already pre-ordered it. I'm just waiting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tap into that. I've been waiting for the Punk showcase mode since he re-signed, and
Is that WWE 13?
Yeah, dude.
That's my
I think
favorite.
I saw so the Tim Cena. I think they're doing one of the Ray matches, probably the hair versus hair, which that match, if you haven't seen it in a while, it fucking rules.
I was going through old SmackDowns, and then Peacock no longer existed. I mean, I got the internet now, but I mean, it was easier on my TV sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, with that whole area of the internet, I don't know if anyone's put up all the old WWE stuff yet while they're not doing it. So, still might be a little.
There is.
Might be. Good to know. we can leave it at that. But yeah, I'm definitely.
It's advanced place, my friend. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, chances are you could find whatever you want, but we're not here to endorse that one way or the other. We'll just say that. We'll plead the fifth. That being said, though, yeah, I'm definitely going to tap into Punk Showcase mode. I'm guilty of buying the game on sale, downloading a ton of sick creator wrestlers off of the community creations, drafting my universe mode, and then never booking a single show.
Hey, welcome to the life of Chris. Hell yeah, dude.
The last game I bought, 6-man tags are a ton of fun in those games. So I was just running 3v3s in Cork and Hall, because I don't know if they put Cork and Hall in the game.
Yeah, so my buddy, every year the guy will create his own game. Like he'll do his universe mode, create all of his arenas, he doesn't use anybody in the game. He does everything himself. Like that's all he does. Like this is his game. He has like New Era Pro, which is like his faction, and then like I created one called like PWX. So like I create people or I give him ideas and he'll run with it and stuff. I wish I
Nice.
had
Is it all like you guys like make original wrestlers, or do you like
well
pull from real life?
he makes everybody original. Like he does everything, bro. Like I every year I'll tell him like, all right, man, create my guy for me so I can do my universe. He'll create my guy. Like he knows what I want. Boom.
I've been like wanting to we're on a tangent here, but that's okay. We only got a couple more things to go through. But I've been wanting to get into like the booking sim games. Some of my friends were doing like TEW and like
Me and him used to play Joy of Wrestling or whatever it was called, something like that. Me and him used to play that one.
Journey of Wrestling.
That one, yeah.
How is that? I was gonna mean to ask you because I saw it's browser based.
It's fun. We loved it, dude. That was fun. Me and him used to play that shit for a while.
Yeah, I was thinking of tapping in because like I'm on Mac, so like I can't get TEW. No, there's not a Mac version. So I was thinking of like booking. I don't know. Something.
Me and him used to do that. We would just have like crazy rosters. I would book like all these indie people.
I'm have to tap in because I don't think you get to download anything.
No, yeah, so all this browser based. You go on there, you get stuff, right, and then you just log back in. It's all saved.
Yeah, definitely got to tap into that. Yeah, we'll do some fantasy booking behind the Patreon wall. But
Soon.
Yep. Moving on, we get some Death Rider promos. Yuta rocking a hoodie, so we can't see if he's got the skullet still or not. Hear me out on this one. What are your thoughts on Do-Rag Yuta?
It's gonna make him look hard. Say that.
Or him and Garcia both rock.
I think that's him.
Just Yuta.
It has to be him. But I can't wait till they pull that shit off. Like some.
I feel like Garcia's worn a do-rag in the past.
Yeah,
so maybe
that's why I said it just has to be Yuta.
But Mox challenges Takeshita for a rematch at Revolution with no time limit. 'Cause I believe Continental matches are all 20 minutes.
This is the same thing. Similar. Didn't someone else do this too? No time limit? Was it? I forgot. I thought someone did it. I want to say it was Kingston back then.
Might have been one of the Okada ones.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. I hope it doesn't mean they go too long, but I have a feeling once they have a finish figured out, it won't be so obvious. So I'm a hold off on, or I'm gonna just hold my reservations for this match until it happens. I think their next match should be good.
Yeah, I feel like they know what they did. They know what they did that time. They're gonna make it better this time.
Yeah, I'm with you. Next match, the War Dogs are still kicking it in America. And they're facing Orange Cassidy and Ishii here. This was fine. I kind of figured. Well, this actually subverted my expectations because I saw Ishii there, and I'm like, oh, like Ishii's in AEW, he typically gets pinned, and they did the opposite.
I figured I knew what was going to happen here, but like we said, we know who is his partner now. We've done figured it out before. We know which one's going to help Darby Allin against Gabe Kidd and Matthew McConaughey.
This has to be like the Sting party match slot, right?
Absolutely.
Where it's like maybe before the main event, you just have like an absolute batshit 12.5-minute like just fireworks show.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. It's just gonna be like, and it's gonna be good too. Like, I'm starting to become a real Clark Connors guy here.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be a good fit there. Again, exactly what I said last week. I'll reiterate it now. I think Kevin Knight with Kevin Knight, sky's the limit. But as far as the setting, the scenery, no weight classes, I just think with someone like Clark Connors, you could do a whole lot more with, especially when New Japan made it clear that they weren't going to do anything more with him. Moving on to that one. But it was similar to these past weeks where Darby's not in the match, but he interferes. It's basically on site. Gabe Kidd's in the building. Darby Allin's nearby. It depends on, I think Clark Connors being so heavily involved in the story, I think we will get either a tag or a multi-man on the pay-per-view, but that remains to be seen. We get another crazy man, Josh Alexander, screaming while everybody's beating ass in the background. He was doing the promo while holding an ankle lock on a nondescript person, and this sets up another Death Riders Don Callis family tag for Collision, which, count me in, all these tags have been a ton of fun, so I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, no. I have one complaint. Gabe Kidd pants. Because my man was blinding me. Jeez, powder. No,
Put the TV tan going.
I said, man, I had to turn my contrast down. Jeez, man.
Yeah, he's a pasty Englishman.
He's a scary motherfucker. Tell you that. I'm so sad I missed him that one time at C2E2. Man, I'll catch him. I'll catch him one time.
Yeah. But Don Callis accepts the challenge with Takeshita still overseas and Fletcher overseas as well. Obviously, I'm sure when he was home, you got places to be, things to do, friends and family around. But Okada's stirring the pot as much as he can. And then Andrade comes in looking like he was flying an airplane in the 1920s. With the hat and the gloves, the glasses.
Not the whirly birds.
Swagged out crazy style. I noticed Lance Archer did not have the 5X t-shirt on in this segment. I think that was to not clash with Andrade's
fucking aura.
Yeah. We're not messing with that. And this is what pissed me off, because I'm thinking to myself, Andrade with the CMLL title, that got like all the green flags from me. However, I don't know if they that title will change hands on AEW television, which understandably so.
Yeah.
But all I thought of was like, I'm just waiting for Andrade to go back to Arena Mexico. I think that's going to be like appointment viewing with the run, especially with the run he's on.
Have you
Maybe they're waiting.
Have you been back there or no?
No, he's not been back in CMLL yet. He did some indies when like the weird contract shit was going on, but he has not been in CMLL since 2022. So, or was it 2023? Late 2023 it was. And then he appeared in the Royal Rumble and all,
And the rest was history.
Yes.
He debuted twice in the same year.
Yep. So, all that happened. But that's not the match. We're getting Claudio Josh Alexander first. But it's like, you think CMLL title, I'm not necessarily thinking Walking Weapon, even though he is on Friday's Arena Mexico show against Esfinge. A lot of AEW guys are on the Friday show because every year they do a tour in Japan called Fantastica Mania, where it's a CMLL New Japan tour, and with all the big names there, some AEW guys are filling in instead of moving up the mid-card, which again, a lot of people are not happy about that. But to that, I just say, it's one show, so I'm not too worried.
When is that CMLL show? Is there one? Not
That's
CMLL, the New Japan show. I'm sorry. When is that New Japan show?
It's like late February, early March. It's like, it might actually start this week. Yeah, they do it every year. They do like a week-long tour where it's like CMLL guys on New Japan shows, which they're usually a lot of fun. I really enjoy them, so I'm going to tap in. Again, I'm still behind on everything else, but I will get to them.
Roddy ain't coming out with the ladies.
Yeah, no, Roddy's not booked this week at all, I don't believe.
I CMLL, then the crap, and I'll get it.
Yeah, but right. But anyway, point being, though, I just kind of had a knee-jerk reaction because I'm thinking, yo, put that belt on Andrade and we are rocking for the rest of the year. And that's not what's happening, at least as of this moment.
Okay, we'll get there.
A Hook pre-tape, or I guess more of a Hook vignette. I'll be real, I did not retain a word of this.
I breakdown. Samoa Joe's going to come back and beat the shit out of Hook.
Perfect.
I think that's what's going to happen here.
He's throwing some loaded language around, saying he's the leader of the Ops.
I said, yeah, all right, man. I love you, Hook, but you about to die. And he said he's going to recruit. But who? There's nobody.
The run sheet here says Shibata's recruiting internationally, so maybe they bring somebody in? I don't know who the hell that would be, though, because I couldn't tell you last time Shibata was in Mexico, and he's persona non grata in New Japan.
He sent him back to his homeland, so it has to be Japan.
That could just be like written in kayfabe.
Hey,
maybe they get.
He said homeland, unless he's from like Georgia.
Georgia Shibata.
But no, yeah, I don't know who you would, who. There's really nobody like that I could think of.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you right now.
But yeah, that was more or less that promo was him saying he's the leader, he's the best second generation star in the business, he's the Ops, he's Hook.
Yeah. I still have New Japan pulled up, so let me look here. Yeah, Fantastica Mania starts Saturday. I don't know. Last year they only aired like the last couple days. Yeah, there's usually some good stuff on here. We'll see. Back to Dynamite though. We got the Brawling Birds in-ring debut, squashing Viva Van, who has been around, especially in Ring of Honor and New Japan of America shows, and Becca, where it's like B3 CCA. I've seen that name around. I can't say I remember seeing her anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know her. I know Viva Van. I've seen her all the time.
Yeah, like we've collectively probably seen Viva Van wrestle a bunch.
She was at that New Japan show in Chicago.
Yep, most recently, yeah. Which, yeah, this is all it had to be. I thought we were getting the Iconics here because apparently they're signed.
Yeah, they're all elite. I'm sure we'll get that soon. We'll get that on Collision probably.
Here's my hot take. I get why people aren't excited about that signing. I love Billie Kay, and I think she should be on TV.
Billie Kay is a great character. She's hilarious.
She's fucking hilarious. Thank you.
You got to be joking me. Like, come on. What?
Yeah, I love her bullshit. I'll be real. I know that's not a popular take, but
like,
I
her and Harley Cameron together is going to be my brain is not going to be able to handle. All right?
Yeah, dude, they're going to be up to some tomfoolery, some shenanigans.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they get the belts. If they excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. If they take them off Willow and Harley, you know?
Maybe. We'll see, because like I didn't know if they actually signed. I just saw that they were at the house show.
They said they were all elite, and I seen a graphic, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the internet.
But I was telling Mill about their appearance, and I saw one of the backstage photographers took their picture, and I think it was Billie Kay's bio or Jessie K. I still gotta get their actual names down, but it says wrestler at AEW. So like, they're pretty much they're not being very private about it. Like I'm pretty sure they're signed. So
yeah,
looking forward to some nonsense from them. I think they're hilarious, and I mean I know they're not anything to write home about in the ring, but as far as just like TV bullshit, I think they do TV bullshit incredibly well.
Dude, they're hilarious. Billie Kay especially. I loved her. That was like one shining spot in that like horrible era of time with WWE.
Like the resume.
Yeah, that resume thing had me dying laugh. Like every time, I loved it.
Yeah, it feels like she's the kind of person who will take whatever you give her and run with it.
She's like a Chelsea Green.
Sure. We get Stat for the first time after losing the belts, and saying she's not clear to wrestle, which, if that is a shoot, may have played into why she dropped the belt.
Yeah, when they said that, I said, oh, well, that makes a little bit of sense. Still sucks, but, you know.
Yeah. Thunder Rosa's back, which I can never tell what her status is with the company, but I think for a first defense, that's not like you could do a whole lot worse than Thunder Rosa at this stage.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa Tekla, we'll see when that comes to be. I missed the Beast Mortos versus Kevin Knight being announced. I think they just did a lower third early in the show.
It was right at the beginning of the match.
This caught me by surprise, but it was a really pleasant surprise because this was a ton of fun.
If that first match didn't happen, this probably would have been my match of the night.
Dude, this ruled. Wonderful showcase for Kevin Knight. Morto's kind of the ideal opponent because he can base for him, he can do the strength stuff, but then he can match him with just like the really like crazy athleticism. And they just went out there, did a bunch of cool shit, and we had a good time.
I've always loved that Tope.
The tornado.
Yeah, I could never pronounce it. Yeah, I love that. Always loved that. I don't know how do you do that? Like with having like body control like that.
Yeah, just insane midair body control to propel yourself like that. I don't know the science behind it, but I think that's that's part of the fun. Kevin Knight, man, like I'm a little frustrated that they kind of got stuck with those trios belts while Hangman's being put into the main event scene or put into this pay-per-view main event. Not that he was ever out of it, but because it felt like Jet Speed has nothing to do, but then like you watch a match like this, and it's like Kevin Knight should be wrestling on TV every single week.
Oh, absolutely. Him and Speedball, at least. Him or Speedball, I should say. Really. Like,
yeah, so
I feel like I haven't seen Speedball wrestle in a while.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while. Probably since they won those belts. He wrestled Samoa Joe when Joe got hurt. That was like a month ago at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see more from that. But yeah, Kevin Knight getting the win with that like wild rotating splash.
I love that UFO frog.
Yeah, dude, it looks sick every time. Also, maybe I think I'm gonna have some conversations about this boy's dropkick because maybe the best in the game right now.
Probably. I mean, Okada falling off. He getting older. He ain't hitting it like he used to. But yeah, I'll probably say that AJ ain't wrestling currently, even though he's gonna be back in the Fed anytime soon.
So they're doing like a tribute show with him. I saw.
Yeah,
That's very strange, but
because he ain't going nowhere.
do you think he's just locking it down?
Yeah, bro.
That's a shame if that's the case, but
Because I'm like, why would you keep talking about it? Because I don't know. That's just weird to me.
well, especially with what we got after this match because it was. I mean, we're on 3 weeks in a row with Ospreay vignettes. I think he's coming back soon, man. If not
Yeah,
Revolution, like the TV afterwards.
yeah, because you're gonna keep showing them to keep them in our memory. You're not gonna keep doing this for another year, you know?
No, you're not doing this for another 2 months. I think he's coming back pretty soon. Even if it's just like if he's like cutting promos for 2 or 3 weeks and then having a match.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I think your boy's gonna be back sooner than we expected.
Good.
Not
Good.
the insane shit I was calling where he was gonna be back in November or whatever.
Hey, we thought though.
Hey,
Because the way that they were running it, we were like,
we've seen some shit in wrestling, man, where
yeah.
people come back way before they should. But
I've seen John Cena come back way before he was supposed to come back. All right.
yeah, so I think TV will be. I think he's been missed. I guess especially on TV. I think he's a really good TV wrestler. So I want to see what they got for him when he comes back. 'Cause I feel like there's still a ton of matches with him that you haven't burned yet.
Yeah, no, you have. There's so many, but you're gonna lump him right back in the Don Callis family right when he comes back.
Oh yeah, do another 10 rounds of him and Fletcher. No, I'm just kidding. So with these trios belts though, this is what I'm saying with a housekeeping booking decision. Ricochet calling out a Jet Set Rodeo, belt him up like tomorrow. Do it tomorrow, man. This is exactly what they need.
I feel like this was the end game. That's why they got the belts on him
Mm-hmm.
to put him on because you couldn't do it with the Ops holding the belts. But I mean, you could have, but
I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily a heel versus heel thing. I think it was more of their hand was just forced with Hobbs' contract expiring like the night of the show, which I mean, come on, like that's just running a sloppy shop in my opinion. But I'm sure he would have re-signed sooner if he was planning on it. But point being,
I bet he's going to come back now.
Point being, I'm all for the demand getting these belts. I think there's a lot of cool things you could do. I mean, the Rascals feud is right there afterwards.
I'm all for that. I'm all for someone explaining to me what the national championship is.
It's a touring belt, but then MJF turned the world title into a touring belt. So they have 2 touring belts.
Belt that we don't need. Yeah.
He's defending the world title against somebody who isn't with the company anymore.
You say Allen Angels.
I don't think it's Alan Angels. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Is he promoting his indie dates on his Instagram? It does not look like it. Let me check his Twitter. I'll edit this out. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Double or Nothing's in New York. I don't think we mentioned that. Oh yeah, we did last week. So it's gonna be outside.
Yeah, the tennis thing.
But we can get right into the main event here. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland. First time ever, at least in AEW, but I don't believe they've had a singles match before this.
That's the first time ever.
Yeah, I just because like I feel like when Swerve was coming up in the U.S. Indies, Kenny was already like full time in Japan.
Yeah, because when I first saw Swerve, when he was coming up, it was like 2017, maybe even sooner than that.
Like I don't think Kenny might have been doing like big Ring of Honor shows and that was it.
Yeah,
by that point.
Yeah, he was already he was in the Bullet Club by the time that.
Right. I have mixed feelings about this match. I don't think it was bad. I thought Kenny was really good in it. Swerve was doing a bunch of stuff that frustrated me, though.
Yeah, a lot of... I just don't like these PWG style TV men. You know what I'm saying? Like, false things. Come on, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah, which, like, I'm not trying to harp on Swerve. I'm a lot more excited to watch him after the post-match angle. Which things like, why commit to the Avalanche Dragon if he's going to just flip through it? You know what I mean? Or... why is he doing that rolling shit into the suplex on the outside when Kenny just fell like on the back of his head? I guess my question is, how do you feel about the ref bump? Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't really... I didn't think they were going to do it. I was like, and then they did it. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, that solidified like his heel turn for me. Like that started it right there, you know.
Yeah, they clearly telegraphed it there. I was more so of like, I don't know why they'd give him the visual pinfall only for him to win anyways. So I thought from like a layout point of view, that was a little bit weird. Seeing the heel turn in the post match made a lot more sense. Yeah, it was just stuff like that. I mean, I've bitched and moaned about too many near falls plenty on here, but it was like just these small moments where it's like lock in, and Swerve kind of had a mind of his own, doing the NXT faces too after one of the pinfalls, and I don't know. I think though, I feel way more refreshed with the post match angle. Obviously choking Kenny with the chain, doing the cop killer through the table off the steps, which looked just terrifying.
He said, "Hey, we got 2 seconds to do this. 1, 2, 3, let's go."
Yeah, they just went for it, man. That was awesome. And no, I think I said it after the Andrade match. We didn't cover that on the show, I don't believe, but it was when we came back after my break. Like, Swerve needed this. He just kind of felt like he came back and wasn't contributing much in the booking. They were just throwing him out there for matches, if not every week, every other week. It just felt like for having this big return at Full Gear, he's just been kind of there for 3 months now. And Swerve's not a guy that you kind of think in your head in AEW that he's just there. Like, they obviously have a ton of stock in him. They obviously have plans for him when he is active, but he very much got lost in the shuffle. The Hangman tag stuff wasn't doing it for me, and even some of the TV matches were just like whatever. So now that I think he has much more of a defined role, he has his heel turn, he could wrestle like it now. That remains to be seen, but like, yeah, I feel a lot more confident going forward with what they're doing. And now you could either run this back. Obviously, the Hangman match is probably going to take. They're probably going to do a Hangman Swerve singles this year as well. There's just a whole lot more you could do with it, and I think they've needed another top heel. So I'm cool with this.
We were saying that for a while. We didn't know what the direction was, and it needed to end with Swerve going back to being a heel, and that's exactly what we got. And bring back, and they kept floating around the embassy again, like the towel. He said the embassy on it. I know normally they don't do stuff like that just because.
Getting that Jimmy Rave robe back.
R.I.P.
Yep, R.I.P. Some people doing like Ring of Honor like did like a quote tweet prompt, where it's people giving their top 10 matches, and I'm like, did not see enough Jimmy Rave on there.
Yeah, I seen Ian Riccaboni did the Tony Schiavone podcast about Ring of Honor matches. I kind of want to listen to that now.
Ooh, that sounds really awesome, actually.
They just put it out, I think, today.
I'm gonna tap into that. Ian's awesome, so I'm really looking forward to hearing what he had to say. But don't think there's much at all announced for next week. Let me take a look.
They didn't have, other than the Brody King Open Challenge.
Yes, Brody King Open Challenge is correct. Couple of things announced for Josh Alexander, Claudio's for Collision, Thunder Rosa, Julia Hart's on Collision, Jet Set Rodeo, The Demand, that title match is taking place on Collision. So they're focusing on Saturday, which is a live show, which makes sense.
Okay.
Also confirmed before we sign off, Takeshita Moxley, no time limit for Revolution.
MJF, Hangman, and Buck FTR.
Yeah, I was talking about like graphics dropping for now.
They got the graphic for MJF, Hangman.
I did see that. We just don't know about the stip.
Oh yeah, not the stip yet. No
yeah,
stip.
So
match is happening.
Yes, correct. And obviously Bucks FTR. So pieces are falling in place.
Do you think that's when Edge and Christian come back?
I could see it because the Canada pay-per-view is a month later.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, so we'll have plenty of time for speculation. I think they're going to start really heating things up. You know, they love their 3-week build. We're in that ballpark now.
This is the longest gap they have between a pay-per-view and a show. Or a pay-per-view and TV.
Yeah, every year. Every year, December to March. Keep it locked here next week. We don't know what's going to be on Dynamite, but we'll review it. So we'll be here. But with that being said, Chris, do you have anything to plug? Neither do I. For the meantime, I got about 6 months of footage to get through before even writing. With that being said, if you got this far into the podcast, thank you so very much for your time. Keep it locked here. We will talk to you again next week.
See ya.